Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Zombieland Saga. The name, for some strange reason, was escaping for a second. Yeah, the blind reaction to Zombieland Saga Episode 1. So we're doing our first episode today. This was recently voted on in the poll to temporarily replace Free. We're going to end up watching the movie first, and then we're going to get back to Free, but in the time being, we're going to react to this. Now, this was extremely popular, and on the poll, it was switching between this and Bob's Burgers a lot. So I'm hoping that with this having won, it's worth it. Um, Now, I don't know too much about this series. I've mentioned before what I do know, which is very little. Um, Apparently, like, it's about zombie girls becoming idols. Um, I guess one of the girls, I saw a clip before, she dies by being hit by a truck. Another one of the girls is trans. That's pretty much all I know about it. Um, it's 12 episodes long, I believe. And so I don't know what the story's going to be like or whatnot. I'm not big into a lot of these idol shows. Like, I couldn't get into Love Live and whatnot. It's not exactly my thing, but I'm hoping the unique style of it, the zombie aspect of it, and everything will make it a little more entertaining. And obviously, there is the factor of the trans character too. Uh, I don't know much about her. I've seen her design. She has like a heart on her chest and everything. Um, all I know about her is that she's trans. I don't know her personality or anything like that, so I guess we'll just have to see. Hopefully, it's handled well. Hopefully, it's portrayed in a very nice way, to put it that simply. Um, but yeah, it's just we're gonna have to see. Um, as for the background, I'm just sitting in. I'm in the living room, but I'm just in front of the window. I'm on the other couch. But yeah, we're just gonna see what happens, and hopefully, I like it. As I've said before, with this poll, we're not gonna do this with every poll, but with this poll, if we don't end up liking this show, we're just going to move on to Bob's Burgers instead. Just kind of go down the line. And with Bob's Burgers, if we do go to that, or whenever we might get to that in the future, um, that will be only the first season as of now. Again, if we like it and everything, we're not going to go past the first season at the moment, just for time reasons and everything. Excuse me. And like with everything we're reacting to, it's pretty much just as I get to it basis. Um, so yeah, whenever I get to new episodes, we get to them. Um, I hope to have the free movie done. The movie for the series free by the end of the year, but I can't promise anything. And I hope that this will be done. This series, I hope, by the middle of January at the latest. Um, but we'll have to see. Because who knows? I don't know how often I'll get to this. I don't know how many episodes I'll end up doing in certain at certain times. We have a lot of other shows to do, and we have other stuff, and yeah, without scheduling on this channel now, it's just whenever I get to it. So yeah. But I'm hoping to enjoy this. I'm hoping this is good. I'm hoping that we have a hit on our hands. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but to be fair, my taste in anime tends to be pretty different from a lot of people. So it being popular doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. I mean, Code Geass is a great example of a popular anime I don't like, or Akira, the movie Akira. I can't stand Akira. Yeah, those and many others are examples of anime I just don't like yet are really popular amongst the general community. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping to like this though. I'm hoping it's good, especially with this trans character. I really want the representation to be good there. We'll have to see. In the meantime, we're just gonna get this going and hope for the best. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Well, I can't say it was boring. I can't say it was boring. I can't say it was generic, because it was anything but either of those. I don't know if I'd say it was great or anything, though. At the same time, I definitely think I need to see more before I can actually really judge anything. Um, just first impression, it was good. It was enjoyable. It was a lot to take in and left me with a lot of questions. But it was good. It was. But again, I'm gonna have to see more to really fully grasp this. Um, so yeah, this Sakura girl, she's a second year. She's starting her second year of high school. Leaves, doesn't look before running into the streets and gets hit by a truck and killed. Which normally I would say like, oh, you could survive getting hit by a truck, and you can. You can survive getting hit by a moving vehicle, but that truck was moving fast. It like that truck was that person was probably speeding, quite a bit. So the way the speed and everything it hit her, the way like it looked like her neck probably slammed into the glass because the front of the truck hit her, and then her head like just kind of bounced that way into the glass, into the windshield. So her neck might have snapped as well. That might have done it too. Um, Probably just general broken bones. She was hit from the side. You have to take into account as well. Probably some broken ribs, internal bleeding, that kind of stuff. With how fast it was going, yeah, definitely killed her. She wakes up apparently 10 years later, um, in a house full of zombies. And she appears to be normal, but we soon find out after she escapes the house and is confronted by a cop that that was just how she was seeing herself. She's a zombie too and survives getting shot by the cop and is just confused and everything. Cop is taken out by this promoter dude. I already forgot his name. Um, he comes out of nowhere, takes out the cop with a shovel, and brings her back to the house. So it's explained that yeah, they're all zombies. Mostly all of them are former idols or actresses or whatnot. They've all had some kind of fame, except for two. Tai Yamada, who just no information about it all, and then we have, of course, Sakura, who was just an ordinary high school girl when she died. Um, but yeah, the others are like Lily, the trans girl I talked about, the one I was kind of looking forward to getting to know with this series. She apparently was a child actress, which makes me wonder, like, how long has she been trans and how young was she when she died? There's a lot of questions. Or not how long has she been trans, that's the wrong way to put it. More like how long has she known about it? How long has she presented as a girl? I guess just a lot of questions regarding that kind of thing. I wonder if that's even going to be a major factor in this series or if it's just going to be like just a thing. She just is. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. But yeah, this first episode, so we she has to put on Sakura basically by herself because the rest are just normal zombies at the moment, mindless creatures. Um, Sakura has to basically put on a death metal idol show on her own. And she's freaking out. She doesn't know what to do. The others are just kind of going nuts. She has to pull Tai Yamada off of a guy in the audience who is talking shit about them. And then the music kicks on, and I don't know why it took so long to turn on the music. I don't know why that was a decision. Um, but they got all the zombies started headbanging. One of them, the blonde girl, started screaming. Death metal screaming, and Sakura, just not knowing any what else to do, just joins in. She starts screaming as well. They're not actually saying anything. They're not singing anything. They're just screaming, randomly screaming. Um, and Sakura even stage dives and shit, and it's like, what the fuck? And then apparently the next day, everyone else except Hayamada wakes up as well. I guess it was enough to jolt them from their sleep. Um, Here's questions, though. One, who is this promoter guy really? Like, who is he? Why and how did he bring them back? Truly, like, what is, there's gotta be more to it than just, oh, he wants to save Saga Prefecture from becoming a relic of the past. There's gotta be more to it than that. Why did he really bring them back? How did he bring them back? And like, what is his overall, like, real goal here? I have a theory, but I might be completely wrong. And honestly, it's kind of a crackpot theory to have at this point in the series with knowing nothing about what's coming. Um, but Tai Yamada, he specifically said nothing about her, and when Sakura asked, he got really defensive. Did he know her when she was alive? Is she maybe a family member or a friend or something, somehow connected to him? Like, he mentioned like they a lot of them were brought back after years, so maybe like she was a childhood friend of his. That's kind of where my mind is going. I know it's kind of a really random crackpot theory, but it's all I've got for now. And the fact that she is still not awake at the end of this kind of leads me to believe she is going to be important to the story. So there's got to be something with her. That's going to be my theory right now. I have no clue if I'm right or if I'm even close. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I have no clue. um, but yeah, also with it being 10 years since Sakura's death and an unspecific amount of time since everyone else's, is there going to ever be a point where someone recognizes them? Like an old friend, a family member, something like that. Because I was questioning whether or not that would come up with them being zombies and them performing as idols and stuff. Would people who knew them see them and question this and wonder what the fuck is going on? That would be something that I think would actually lend well to this series. I think it would add a lot to the characters and the story overall. I think it would actually be a very valuable thing to do. So I'm really hoping they do that. That's one thing I really want to see. Um, and it doesn't have to be like a massive thing throughout the entire season, because I know there is a season two coming. It doesn't have to be a massive thing the entire time or anything. I just want it to happen at least once. At least to some, I don't even care which one it happens to, whether it's Sakura or any of the others. I just want to. I want that to be brought up because that's kind of a big deal. I feel. Also, Sakura, when she died, was a normal teenage girl, second year of high school, and yet with no vocal training at all, she is able to be up there and just death metal scream. Am I the only one who finds that a little unbelievable? Like, death metal screaming is not something just anyone can do. It's legitimately something that people have to practice at and master. Because it takes a lot out of your vocal cords and can really damage them if you don't do it right. It's not just screaming. It's not just normal screaming. There's more to it than that. You have to scream in a very specific way, basically. Um, it's just like, it just feels weird that she would, without any kind of training or anything, would be able to do that. I mean, the other girl who's doing it, the blonde girl, she was like an idol, right? She was an idol formerly, some kind of idol. I don't remember exactly what the promoter said. Um, but it's like she would be able to. That makes sense. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's not a massive deal, but it's just something that came to mind. So yeah, going forward with this, I don't know pretty much anything. Like I said, I've seen a couple clips here and there. Like, I know there's this. I saw this clip of two of the girls rapping against each other or something, having a rap battle. I didn't see the whole clip. I only saw a little bit of it, and I don't even remember which two girls it was. So it's like I couldn't tell you much of anything about the clip. But yeah, it's like I do remember that that happens at some point. And again, I know Lily is trans. That's pretty much it going forward. Which is good. I like to remain spoiler free on any show I react to as much as possible. Because as I've mentioned in the past, there are some shows I've reacted to where I've known stuff before even getting into them. It just happens sometimes. Um, but yeah, either way, like I said, this first episode, first impressions, not bad at all. Not bad at all. It was good, not great, but serviceable, and enough to definitely make me want to see more. If for no other reason than to get these questions answered. Um, but it's definitely not anything great yet. I definitely feel I have to see more to get a good feel for how the series is, how I'm gonna really feel about it. Um, but yeah, it's like I can see the appeal. Like I was saying when at the beginning of these afterthoughts, it's definitely not generic. It's anything but generic. I've seen a lot of generic anime, a lot of generic, specifically idol shows, or at least tried to see them. Checked out the first episode. um, this is not generic in any way. And I made the comparison during the reaction to Gakko Garashi. For those who don't know, Gakko Garashi is a anime that came out again, I think 2015 or 2016, something like that. And the basic plot is it's about these high school age girls who are living at the school after a zombie apocalypse has occurred, and one of the girls does not know that a zombie apocalypse has occurred, and she thinks everything is normal. Like, she thinks everything is normal. It's actually really fascinating. And there's a lot of great tonal shifts between kind of the cutesy school life kind of stuff and the horrifying zombie apocalypse stuff. And it handles it extremely well. The characters are very likable, the situations are extremely interesting, and it has a lot of great plot twists that you don't see coming. Um, so it's definitely, if you haven't seen Gakko Garashi, also known as School Live or School Live, or however they pronounce it specifically, definitely check it out. It's worth the watch. It's a really surprisingly good anime from something that I also thought would have seemed very generic, but really was anything but. So I'm hoping Zombieland Saga maybe kind of goes not necessarily the same route, but it steps away from the generic ideas and concepts that a lot of these kind of shows would go for. We'll see. In the meantime, tell me down in the comments below what you thought of the first episode of Zombieland Saga. Tell me your thoughts on these characters, on these situations, and remember, no spoilers. I know a lot of you were really excited for me to get to this, A lot of you voted on me reacting to this. But I want to go into this as spoiler free as possible. So please, no spoilers in the comments. Don't tell me anything about what's to happen. Do not confirm or deny my theories. Don't spoil anything for me, okay? In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you want to check out any of my social media links and more, please check them out over to the side. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave those down below. In the meantime, though, thank you so much once again for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.